come down.
It looks like it. I mean, I hate to see. This could be an optical illusion, but I mean, you see those power lines down there. It just makes your stomach turn. I'm watching it from many different angles, and I am pretty sure this thing is getting low and.
You didn't clear those power lines by much.
Yeah, we have a new situation developing now. For those of you who are just joining us, we believe there is a little boy in this balloon, and it's been flying now for about an hour at least. It was attached in his father's backyard, and now it's going around in circles. He jumped up in the thing, according to his parents. I can't confirm anything, but his parents say he got up in the thing, and away it went. And he can't see out, and he's just flying. A 6-year-old child, first grader. So down below, you can't see it from this angle, but we have a lot of choppers, as I mentioned, and I can see there are people on the ground. There's an ambulance just below this balloon now. There are full-grown adults waiting to help in any way they can, and the forward progress that we've been watching for so long has stopped. That's not the case anymore. It was going, 9 News in Denver, I assume, had its radar gun from the helicopter and put it on it, and it was traveling at about 25 miles an hour at one point. That's not the case anymore. It's clear to me that the thing has lost some helium. At one point we thought it might just be moving around inside this Jiffy Pop popcorn bag looking thing, but that's not the case. It seems pretty clear to me it's lost some helium. Now what we're hoping will not happen is a hard landing here. It's hard to tell how high it is. John Scott, I look at it, I'm like, is it 1,000 feet? Is it a few hundred feet? I don't know.
It looked to me like he didn't clear those power lines by much. I think he's less than 200 feet off the ground at this point.
And it appears, and I'm looking for multiple choppers, and it appears to be headed toward the ground. Now, a horrible set of circumstances would have been at 25 miles an hour, and away it goes and suddenly crashes into something. And
it looks like those tether lines are now dragging on the ground.
It really does, and we can hope that maybe somebody on the ground, because there are people down below, might be able to grab one of those lines. And look at this. Would you look at this? The hope is, oh my goodness, and now the balloon is on the ground. The man has grabbed the guy wire, and is there a 6-year-old boy about to come out of this thing? Listen to the chopper.
The balloon does not lift off again, and it looked like from what I was seeing and what I was mentioning a few minutes ago, if the winds can drop him down ever so slightly and lightly, this will be great for the little boy inside, and that's exactly what happened.
If the little boy is inside, we assume he is. His family believes that he is, but is it possible that he's hiding somewhere thinking he made the balloon fly away by itself, or is a child about to come out of this thing? We don't know. Listen.
Due east by about 15, 20 miles of PIA, but they've all converged, and at this point, I'm going to say that this kid is going to be okay. It's been a safe landing, if you can say there was a safe landing for a helium-filled balloon, but it looks like the winds are really what worked in the favor of this balloon.
Well, that balloon moved along at 25 miles an hour, and then all of a sudden, in just the last few minutes, whatever prevailing winds were carrying the balloon went away.
But, the question, too, is what is the atmosphere inside that balloon?
No idea.
If it's pure helium, we may still have a fatality situation here. Who knows? I mean, I don't think you can... you got to have oxygen, put it that way. You got to have oxygen.
And at the moment, we're just going to hope for the best. I mean, what we hope is we're about to see a little kid walk out of there looking around going, what in the world? Where am I? What just happened? Where is my mommy? And actually, a better case would be that he's hiding under, in the basement back of the house, and they just think that he got up in that balloon, but he never did. But every day, one thing about this job is, and for these first responders too, John, every day you come to work, you don't know what the hell's about to happen. These people went to work. Clearly, some of them are first responders, some of them volunteers, but all of a sudden they're chasing a 6-year-old boy flying around in a balloon from county to county. Listen to the chopper. Well, they're poking a hole in it. They don't want it to fly away, and
Denver Sky 4, do you copy?
That's Sky 4. That's Channel 4 KCNC's chopper talking to the tower as we wait to see if there's a little boy in there. I'm a little weirded out by the fact that they haven't, popped the thing open and looked for a kid.
Right.
But they're clearly trying. It's a pretty strong piece of whatever it is, because it didn't fall apart in 25-mile-per-hour winds, John.
Mylar, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
I think that's the material. You just wonder. You could never really get a fix on how big the thing was when it was flying around there.
20 feet across, we were told.
When it gets to the ground like that, you got to wonder if it had enough lift to hold a 6-year-old boy. But who knows? Is he still in there? That is the $1 million question.
Well, I mean, I feel like we're going to know just seconds from now. 38 minutes past the hour. If you're just tuning in, well, we'll catch up in a minute because this is the moment of truth. See that they've got it upside down now. And they're looking up in there, and I think they got a hole in it now, John. And is there no one in there? Or look, we don't know. If they had opened it up and seen somebody in there, seen a 6-year-old child up in that balloon, they would have. The ambulance workers would have.
They're pushing us out of the airspace right now.
They're pushing us out. Oh well. Now they're pushing the choppers out of the airspace. That was the chopper pilot or the reporter. I believe the chopper pilot for KCNC Channel 4 CBS there in Denver. Now, look, if they had looked in there and the boy had been okay, he'd have popped out. If they'd looked in there and they'd seen a boy and he's not okay, the medics would have been all over. There are medics right there. See them? Neither one of those things has happened. So have they gotten the balloon and the 6-year-old boy is not actually in it? I don't know. I mean, how would I know?
Even if, let's say there is a boy in there, and even if he appeared to be passed out, one would think that they would have straight away hauled him out and put him in the ambulance, at least give him some oxygen and see what might have happened, see whether he was revivable. So you got to wonder.
Well, I've just been told they're putting us on camera now because